Sup guys, it's Desro for my guide number 10. I know I haven't been making a lot of guides lately, but I never got really, I don't like when there's people making noise around me. It kind of distract me, and turns out right now the gaming room is empty. I actually recorded a guide on some other build before. I think it was a 5K pressure, and I did that while the house was empty, but turned out the audio quality was shit, so that was pretty unfortunate. But today hopefully we're gonna get it right. Today we're gonna be covering PvZ, a macro build, well, sort of a macro build. It's not a macro like late game build, but you get on 3 bases. I don't think I've made too many guides on 3 bases, so we're making progress the way I see it. This game I was a little bit brain AFK, and then I made a pun on my main against her. Not the greatest thing, but not the worst thing as well. You can just Nexus first, and then forge here, and then pylon, gate, cannon. Not exactly sure how my SimCity is gonna look like. I know it happened to me twice that day. I think the second game was better than the first game from what I can remember, but I'm not sure if this is the second game or the first game, so I guess we'll see. You always want to chrono 11, 12, 13, 14, the good usual. What I do is I rally my 15 probe. I don't do 3 chrono Nexus. I rally my 15 probe, make the Nexus 17 forge, 18 pylon, 18 gate, cannon as soon as forge is done, and then you make 19 probe, or 18 probe I guess. So see, rallying at 15. This guy, that game was a little bit special, because that guy was being a greedy bitch. So when they're a greedy bitch, you become a greedy bitch yourself. So that guy made Ash first. What you want to do when Ash first happens, and I actually should have made a gate. Yeah, okay, right, I'm making a gate. So you want to go gate instead of forge first, because there's no reason you need a forge. You know, their spawning pool is so delayed, you don't really need it quickly. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm gonna add the gate. So yeah, basically this is not the opening I was talking about, like the forge inside the main. But when you do forge inside the main, you usually want to put it behind the middle. I was just brain AFK. But yeah, so I'm gonna end up finishing the SimCity like normal. But if I would have put the forge inside the main, what you want to do is you want to do pylon here, gate here, and then you want to do cannon here, and then you can like wall it off so they have to go around the Nexus to attack the cannon. I know it doesn't really make sense, but maybe one day I'll explain to you. I don't find the benefits of Forge in the main so special that I've been practicing it, so maybe one day I'll start, I'll have an epiphany about the issue and start practicing it more. And so I took double gas, adding the core. So basically this build is, you want to make a zealot to grab the tower, then you want to add Stargate, then you want to corner out a stalker to deny overlord scouting, and then you just want to make 4 phoenix, and then once you have 16 you want to add 3 more gates, then a robo, and then you want to expand around 9 or 10, and then as soon as you have 4 phoenix you want to go fuck shit up. So we'll see what's gonna happen here. I was maybe confused about myself. Yeah, see that game, I think that game was the first Zerg game of the day. It was after a break. I was very indecisive with my build, so I just went back to the regular Stargate build. Now I'm gonna scout again with the probe, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not gonna die. It's really important. Always scout many times against Zerg with a probe. Sometimes third hatch doesn't even mean they're gonna macro, it just means they want more lings. It's really important to just scoop around with the probe. Try to salvage it if they don't have speed. So, you know, you scout here and then you just go back right away. Make sure to not get supply block. My pylons for this map, I like one here to cover both sides. Usually this pylon I would put it here. Then the pylon here, I like it very much. I ended up not saving it. I ended up going in the main to see if I could see something. The guy had quick speed. Usually I would not add a second gate that quickly, but I kind of needed it for my wall, just to be safe. I'm pumping phoenixes right now. Still chronoing probes. The priority is to chrono probes, but you always want to have a chrono for your Stargate, so make sure to not chrono too much probes. Like right now I'm done chronoing probes basically. And then I'm gonna have 1616. I'm gonna put back the rally point eventually if I start counting probes and stop being a noob. And then I'm gonna have 3 more gates eventually when I stop being a noob. Alright, there you go. I already had 1 gate. And then the robo needs to be here. The robo basically is for an observer to deny creep tumors, and then to pump immortals just in case they go for roaches. Alright, well, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop being alright. So yeah, and on this map, the SimCity at the 3rd, I'm gonna explain it when I move out. Now with the Phoenix, you don't want to try to go around here. There's usually an overlord here as well, so I mean they're bound to see you. Really, it's really hard to not get spotted. Oh yeah, that game I wanted to kill the overlord, but that didn't turn out too good. And then here, alright, so here's the issue with this replay a little bit. Is I get distracted by this, so I was very inactive with those. But usually what you want to do is you want to go for like maybe 1 queen or 2, then kill more drones, then go for OVs, then clear the map. But the issue with this is the lings distracted me, so I kind of like stayed idle for far too long. See, he's making spores everywhere. So I really like this build because you don't lose much. You lose energy on those phoenixes. Those phoenixes are useful later on. Right now my expansion's being very late just because I'm failing a bit on the multitasking. I'm gonna kill many overlords. He's rallying every overlord back. So yeah. So I'm making the observer to deny creep tumors. As soon as the Phoenix is done, you want to make a void ray. So yeah, I made the void ray. Usually what I would do is I would put down the Nexus first before putting down the I'm gonna go and kill it. I would put the Nexus first before making the Void Ray, as well as before, a bit before +1 is done, you want to add the Twilight so you can continue the upgrades. You want to pump Immortals because you're never sure if they're gonna make Roaches. Usually they make the Roach run, but a lot of those people will just skip the Roaches so they can have more gas for Infestor and quicker other stuff. Yeah. And here the SimCity, alright, so a pylon, 2 gate that completely walls it off. I've stopped doing the 4 gates here a very long time ago. I usually add a cannon or 2 in front, but you want to try to make as little as possible. Denying some creep tumors, more overlords. You want to scoop around with the Phoenix just to scout a little bit. So this build, right, so we're gonna add a robo bay, we're gonna go blink and try to attack with +3 weapon. The +3 weapon might be a bit late for the attack, but usually you want to try to chrono it as much as possible. Probes, transfer the cutoff of 16 to the 3rd. Robo bay here, alright. And now at this point you just want to make sure you have enough probes at the 3rd. Yeah, I don't know why I'm gonna rally back the Void Ray. For some reason I thought he was gonna be aggressive with roaches. Then the Void Ray is great, but really I should have checked this first and start denying it because you know the infestors are nowhere to be found. Doesn't have that many extra queens, so this is always deniable. So they're gonna cancel, remake it, cancel, remake it, cancel, remake it, always against your Void Ray. Sometimes they're not gonna cancel it. Sometimes you're gonna kill the drone with the Phoenix, but it's always good to delay it. So by the time you're ready to move out with your 3/3, with your 3 attack and 3 Colossus, sometimes you want to move out sooner. Oh yeah, here I was a bit sloppy on my part. You know, it was like 5 probes. But then I'm gonna show you what you can do to make sure that doesn't happen. It really makes me sad here. It makes me cry Protoss tears. So right, so start pumping Colossus, start pumping for some reason I thought it might be Mutas. So I kinda sent a stalker or 2 here. I started building them here. See, so lifting up like this is good, but it can definitely bite you. Like, I was lucky that the infestors were not completed. You definitely want to always save them. So you see here, all I need to do is like warp in a stalker, or like 2 zealots, or make a gate, and this place is secured. So that's some of the things you need to do. The push I'm gonna do, I like to do it with 10 gates. So 10 gates, as you can see. Right, so this really should have been denied. At least I'm gonna get a creep tumor, but at what cost? Run! 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 Yeah, alright. So, Immortals, 2 is good, 3 is better. They're really good at clearing out spines. Zealots, really, they're not that good. So you can dispose of them. Like, let's say, like, I think on this map, it's always good to leave a zealot here, see if they're gonna run by, maybe even here. That way, see, like, I could have spotted this, maybe. Try to move out. So, see, I do a poor job at cornering my, my forge, actually. That's something I need to work on with this push. Because that push would be even more powerful if I timed it with 3 weapon. No, 3 weapon, yeah. Right. Trying to pressure him, forcing some spines, waiting to be able to warp in some units, because it's always sad to attack with a lot of money. Right. And then what I like to do is I like to get a Templar Archive. That way, if they kill every Colossus, then I can just go into Zealot Archon. But that's if the the Greater Spire is late. But in that case, that guy wasn't going Greater Spire. Alright, now the Phoenixes, the Phoenixes, you want to lift shit up, basically to prevent as many fungal as you can. So I'm lifting like many of them, pulling down some force field. That one Colossus clears the Lings. Well, sort of. And, yeah, basically he has to give up that base. But that guy had a weird style. Like, I'm not a big fan of, Ultras. And, it's good to try to spread your army too. Like, right now he's hitting a lot of key fungals that are gonna kill a pretty good Stalker ball. Yeah, my macro not the greatest. That Colossus, what the fuck. But and yeah, and they get through. That's pretty sad. I'm gonna make some Zealot Archon because I didn't see any Corruptors. Kind of worries me. Then I'm like, okay, what's your Hive timing? I'm like, oh shit, your Hive's not here. And then I check the natural because usually they put it in the natural. Then I see the Ultra Cavern. I'm like, oh. So Stalkers are pretty. Oh yeah, Hero's pretty sad. I was warping in Zealot Archon and the Templar didn't make it to an Archon. Oh yeah, that Colossus, man. I don't know that miss rally. See, like I never focus on cornering my forge, and +3 is still not done. So I'm really disappointed in that. Something I'm gonna have to work on. But make sure to chrono it, guys. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Alright, I see Ultras popping out of here. That's a flaw in my play. I don't check this base often enough, but you guys should. And really here, I think I should have gone back to pumping Stalkers. I don't know what I was doing. Because I'm floating quite a bit. So, you know, the 10 gate, could have almost added some gates at that point, really. But to hit the timing perfectly, 10 gate is perfect, because more than 10 gates and then your army is a lot less bigger. And yeah, at this point it's just a matter of time before this guy dies. Try to focus the investors before they get to fund goal. Make sure to not clump up. Alright. Alright. So yeah, basically it's a big timing before broods. I mean, sometimes you won't be able to kill them, so you'll have to take a fort, and you'll be a bit from behind. But it's a pretty good push, and if you have a lot of trouble dealing with the broodlords, this is your go-to build. If you want to deal with broodlords, I'll try to do a real macro build eventually. I still have to, yeah, that guy was pretty bad. I still have to figure out what's the best way for me to get to macro game. Is it double forge or master ras? Is it something else? I don't know. I need to figure it out for myself. So eventually I will, and then I'll let you guys know. Alright, so this next replay is on Cloud, and I wanted to show you the SimCity there. Plus it's the same build, so turned out pretty okay. Gonna speed up the beginning just because, you know, it's pretty redundant. Yeah, sometimes on this map what I've been doing is I've been taking this base instead of this base, because basically you're always pushing here. So you take this base and they don't expect it. So that's one thing that you can do if let's say they have a broad laying or you don't want them to know. Here I'm gonna go, yeah, I'll keep on times too. Gonna go 15 Nexus, this time not pawn on main, thank God. Here you want to disrupt mining, and then at 235 they're gonna try to put down the hatchery, so it's always good to go back and block. Unfortunately for me, I was feeling special that day, and I'm gonna be like, no, I was late, no, GG. This map I like to put a forge here, pawn on here, gate here. Sorry. You can put the core here. That way the overlord that's on top doesn't see if you're chronoing it. So that can be convenient. So the gate here. So just recap it a little bit. 16 Nexus, 17 Forge, 18 pawn on, 18 gate. Make another probe and then make cannon. Make another. Oh, was I feeling special? And then I was like, oh wait. Whoops, I spammed P by mistake. Yeah, here I chronoed. I don't actually recommend it because it delays your cannon. And then if they try to make a run for it, you're gonna kind of be sad about life. You don't want to be sad about life. Right. So then you double gas. I'm gonna keep my vision. Here with a probe, I tried to confirm a third, couldn't confirm a third, gonna go back home. Maybe not this game, because this game I was feeling special, but you always want to go back and confirm with another probe. Like that guy lost his shield, so he's not good anymore. But we'll see what I do. Fill the gases. One thing I actually found out is having more than 16 probes actually hurts your economy. Like because they're gonna bounce. Like, well, that guy was just being bad, but they're gonna bounce. So let's say it's a PvP or a PvT, and you have your 2 gases filled. It's better to have long distance mining at the natural, let's say the natural is not completed, than to have 17. Unless you make it stick to the patch. You can actually make it stick to the patch. Sometimes you don't have time to micro it, but if you can make it stick to the patch by spamming clicks, then it's better. But otherwise you have to do long distance mining, because you make your probes bounce each other's patch, and it actually weakens your mining time. Anyway, that's nerdy talk for high level efficiency with a lot of APM. If you guys get there, you have my respect and love. If you guys are trying to get there, you have my respect and love. If you guys are nowhere near there and don't give a fuck, you still have my respect and love for watching this video. So, I mean, I think we're all winning here. Alright, the zealot, you want to put it in the crack here. That way, 2 lings. Instead of being fully surrounded by like 6-7 lings. Stalker, want to deny overlords. Gases, want to take them relatively early. Hero's floating a little bit, actually. I need another panon, and I need to add my gates, I believe, because I'm floating a little bit. Sentry, I like to get it early to stack up energy, really. Alright, so yeah, I'm far from. Yeah, alright. So yeah, I really need to. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's supply block in the main too. Fuck. Alright, no one's perfect. Living proof. Alright, this map, I like to wall this off. So pylon, gate, and it's fully walled off. Really like it. You should do it. My gates could have been so much sooner. Jesus Christ. What am I doing? Yeah, well, come on, man. Alright, I'm setting myself. Need more practice today. God damn it. Alright, so adding more gates, keeping the chrono on the phoenixes, starting +1. Core's about to be done. Gonna make some more sentries. Right now I'm pretty much in the dark and didn't confirm this base, so that's what I was saying early on. Always make sure to confirm the third. It's really important. So Fort Phoenix about to come out. Alright, here what I like to do is I like to put the panon right here, align it with the gas as you can see, and then you can put cannon, and then you can put gate or another panon. The reason I had a reason why I put it one square to the right. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that you have a pylon right on top of the nexus, so you can start like walling up around your nexus for when you want to move out. That's basically the reason I'm giving you right now. My gates are late. Should have had more sentries. I wonder how early it's gonna be my twilight. See, I'm already rallying the void, but that's after the. Oh yeah, in that game I forgot the robo. Alright, so that game's not perfect. Why is this on normal speed? What the hell, bro? See, I see a lot of links, so I'm kind of worried at this point. So I'm gonna park my units here, and I'm gonna be ready to warp in here too. So going up here, I'm gonna try to kill as many queens as I can. Warp in zealot here. Force field. That's premature force field. Right. I know what you're thinking, but it's a premature force field. I'm gonna pretty much stay parked here. Try to kill as many OVs as I can. Run home. Not sure why. Oh yeah, I think I think it's another game where I don't delete a fort. Jesus Christ, I need to play better. So yeah, gonna make some sentries. I see he's running with links, trying to be aggressive. I was actually worried by roaches once again. The guy would go roach speed, but I don't think he made any roaches. Walling this off. Twilight started a bit late. Like, the twilight is really important. Like, I think you even have to cut whatever you're... Oh yeah, here. So I think you even have to cut whatever you're doing to make sure that there's no downtime on the forge. To make sure you can have 3 attack for that attack. So here I see a lot of links. That's kind of worrisome, but with good force fielding around my sentries. Another force field here, which was kind of not perfect because it made that sentry die. So yeah, I lost 1 sentry for all those links. Didn't lose a probe. So success. Mission success. Alright, after the fight, because I have shitty macro, I finally start +2. Gonna start blank 2, right, maybe. Okay, another day. Then once you have 16 here, you want to stop. Come on, man. Alright, once you have 16 here, you want to stop. Then I'm gonna try to, am I gonna try to do something with the void? Yeah, apparently not. So then the observer comes out, you know, try to clear some creep tumors so that when you push, it's not too insane of creep spread. So I'll show you what you want to do here. I'm gonna go up to 10 gates again, chronoing blink, chronoing +2, hopefully. Alright, we're gonna stop looking at my base. So here I was kind of trying to put some harass, but was kind of failing. Now I'm gonna hotkey the observer on 6 with the void. Or not.
I'm here in the
Right. So yeah, going up to 10 gates. Or actually, I made one extra and then I realized I had one here. So, one immortal, not more, because I realized there was no roaches.
I am here in the shadows.
It's always good to grab the tower, so you know like what's coming.
Prismatic core failing. We require assistance.
During the creep tumor, so you can't spread it around here, because you always want to have this option, and this option. This option being the best one, obviously. So you see here, I'm gonna start walling with pylons. Gonna start making maybe some cannons around the nexus. That shit's really important. So when they try to run by and kill the nexus with lings, and always leaving like a zealot here and here is really important. That way you know when it's coming, you can save some warping, you can be prepared. Chronoing this Templar Archive for if the corruptors kill all my Colossus. That guy, I don't know what the guy was doing. Is oh shoot, what did I do? Oh crap. Right, that guy had actually a pretty late hive. Yeah, at this point you realize he's in a crappy position. And I'm sending some stalkers here to harass. So like going down here and being fungal to death is a big no-no. So you want to come around here where you can spread when there's no spines. My goal is to actually try to tear down this, but you also don't want to die to the ground army. I might do a bad job at macroing here. Am I? Yeah, I think I am. Alright. Oh yeah, I think I remember this. Alright, this was so... Yeah, I played this pretty bad. Like, he didn't fungal me to death, so that's why I survived. But, you guys get an idea. I mean, like, I can play this much better. Hopefully you guys can play this better than I did too. And then you shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, basically he was rushing... Like, he wasted all his energy on infested Terrans. Then he was trying to kill me with roaches against this army, which is gonna have +3 soon. Which should have had +3, technically. And the reason I have so much money is because I go into temp. Alright, so we're gonna modify the build. If you want to make some Archons, go to 12 gate. Both games I was floating a bit too much. But I believe that if you stay on Stalkers, 10 gate is okay. So I guess adding more gates after I leave. Alright, so the goal is to push and make Stalkers non-stop, and once you see that you have the opportunity to add a few gates, then they're gonna pay off for Zealot Archon. And you only want Zealot Archons when there's no broodlords, because Zealots Archon, like when there's broodlords, you want as many Stalkers as possible. Alright, so there's gonna be the notes in the description below. I know my play in those two games weren't as perfect as I'd like to be, but I'm really happy that I can bring you guys a build that you can work on for your PvZ, try to improve. It's really been bothering me that I haven't been able to give you guys guides, but you know, coming back to Canada in a month, gonna be doing more of those. If there's another opportunity where no one's awake, I'll seize it and make another guide for you guys. So thank you a lot for watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/desrowfighting, facebook.com/desrowfighting, twitch.tv/desrowfighting, youtube.com/desrowfighting. And you can also sub on Twitch for $5 a month. Helps me a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.